community near Pittsburgh is cleaning up today after a rare tornado touched down on Saturday, leaving behind downed trees and damage to homes. Thankfully, though, this weekend has provided a desperately needed break for large swaths of the Great Plains, the Midwest, and the South from a relentless stretch of severe weather. April and May typically are the busiest and most dangerous months for tornado activity, but this season has been exceptionally active. So what's driving the uptick, and why do tornadoes seem to be moving into more populated areas? NBC meteorologist Angie Lassman has our Sunday focus.
From Oklahoma.
That's a tornado.
To Iowa.
Did you see it?
To Tennessee.
Violent tornado.
Scenes of devastation across the country this week. Americans have always been fascinated by the power of tornadoes. From the blockbuster hit Twister in 1996 to the upcoming Twister spin-off that looks like it could be the movie of the summer. But the tornadoes we've seen day after day have been all too real.
That's a tornado, large tornado, right here, in view.
6 weeks of punishing storms have left a trail of destruction thousands of miles long.
Everywhere around me, it's a war zone. It's all gone.
People across the country wondering, are tornadoes more common, and are they getting stronger?
When you look at the number of days where 30 or more tornadoes occurred on a given day, which would be outbreak days, those have increased.
Stephen Strader is an associate professor at Villanova and studies climate and natural disasters. And those tornado outbreaks he's talking about are responsible for 80% of all Twister deaths. One of the reasons? More tornadoes are touching down further east, outside the Great Plains, hitting towns and cities not used to seeing them this often.
There's many more people in those rural areas in the southeast where vulnerability is heightened. A lot more nocturnal tornadoes, worse tree cover, more tree cover. All of these influence the vulnerability and exposure.
Is climate change to blame? The answer, it's complicated. Scientists are hesitant to make a direct link between climate change and tornado activity. For one, tornadoes are too small and brief to accurately model. But one thing is clear. A warming climate provides the fuel for supercell storms, the massive systems that can spin off these twisters.
In the future, we expect to see more of those events. That fuel that feeds the thunderstorms is fueled by heat and moisture at the surface, and those are expected to increase as we go through the next 30, 40 years.
Experts say that as storm patterns continue to shift, humans need to adjust as well.
As cities grow and expand, there's more targets to hit when a tornado occurs. Think of the Wizard of Oz with the tornado dancing behind Dorothy as she's running to the shelter. It's not going through a field anymore. It's going through a brand new subdivision. So we have to be aware that how we build is just as important as how strong the tornado is.
And Angie joins me now live. Angie, good morning. It really has been a relentless 6 weeks or so for millions of people across the country. So how unusual is the tornado activity we're seeing right now?
Yeah, good morning, Willie. It's been quite an unusual start to the year. Since then, there have been more than 6,000 reports of large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes, including more than 260 twisters across 19 states in just the last 2 weeks. In fact, this past April entered the record books as the second most active April in terms of tornadoes, behind only 2011. And there have already been 2 violent EF4 tornadoes in Oklahoma, the strongest to strike the state in 8 years. And this severe season is far from over, with another round of strong storms possible from Texas to Mississippi tomorrow. Willie.
Fascinating look at this phenomenon. Angie Lassman, thanks so much. Great to see you on a Sunday morning. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.